The verdict, not guilty by reason of insanity. This involves the man accused of killing a former Creighton baseball star 3 years ago.
First Alert 6 reporter John Chapman tells us a judge ruled Liddell Thornton can't tell right from wrong.
37-year-old Chris Gradoville was a star baseball player at Creighton University. Went on to play pro baseball and came back to his old school as the director of baseball. But for the past 3.5 years, his family, his team, were his number in the Douglas County Courthouse, dealing with the tragedy that ended his life.
This family they're a tremendous group of people. Obviously, they're very hurt, and there's a tremendous loss as to what they've suffered here. But, you know, they look forward and they carry on.
In court, Douglas County Attorney Don Klein tells the judge what happened back in September of 2021 when Gradoville arrived in the Benson area to repair a home that Liddell Thornton was renting at the time.
The defendant had a handgun and began firing at Chris Gradoville, who immediately fled for his life. He ran around the house. And at the time he was running away from Liddell Thornton was firing a handgun at him. The defendant fired a handgun at least 17 times at Chris Gradoville. Chris fell in the yard, and the defendant continued to shoot him.
Thornton was declared mentally incompetent to stand trial a number of times. He was finally cleared to stand trial, but doctors say at the time of the killing, Thornton did not know right from wrong.
This was not a case where Mr. Thornton had a long time documented mental illness or something like this had happened before, and he knew the risks of not taking medication or anything like that. He did not know that he suffers from a mental illness, and he'd never before been diagnosed, never been prescribed medication.
Judge Horatio Wheelock handed down his sentence, finding Thornton not responsible by reason of insanity on first-degree murder and weapons charges.
That based on all the evidence adduced, there is probable cause to believe that the defendant is a danger to himself and others by reason of mental illness and will be so for the reasonably foreseeable future. Defendant is committed to the Lincoln Regional Center.
It's a very emotional case for the family. There isn't a question that he did the act that qualifies as a murder. They're a tremendous family. There's a lot of love there, and my heart breaks for them.
In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
The judge ordered an evaluation within the next 90 days to determine a treatment plan for Thornton. He must stay in the regional center unless the court takes further action. Thornton also pleaded no contest for having a gun as a felon. If he is ever released from the regional center, he must first serve the sentence for that charge, which could be up to 50 years.